Whenever a new baby is born on the island, an elderly person must take their own life to keep the population stable. After all, the island's resources can only support 513 people. Watching his grandson being born safely, the old man didn't hesitate for a second. He jumped straight off the cliff. He thought the sacrifice would preserve peace on the island. But things didn't go as planned. Not long after the old man jumped, the doctor discovered that the mother was carrying twins. There was another baby still in her womb. That meant one more person would have to be sacrificed. The island's leader immediately called a village meeting to discuss what to do. Some people suggested making an exception, arguing that one extra baby wouldn't make much difference, but the idea was quickly shot down. The outside world had already been consumed by a virus. The iron rule that only 513 people could survive on the island could not be broken. Once, there's always next time. In the end, the island leader decided to implement a point-based elimination system to determine who would be sacrificed. Everyone started with a base score. Doing good deeds would earn points. Doing bad deeds would deduct points. Whoever ranked last would face the death penalty. At that moment, a boy staring at the TV screen realized he was ranked third from the bottom. It nearly scared him to death. If he were chosen, he would be thrown into the sea to drown. His blonde-haired friend told him not to panic. After all, his mother was the island's leader. Surely she would find a way to raise his score. Sure enough, the very next day, the leader came up with a plan to boost her son's friends' points. She had the blonde boy share the apple in his hand with others. That counted as a good deed. The boy gained 10 points. His ranking rose by 1 spot. Soon it was time for the final vote. At the bottom of the list was a carpenter. A few days earlier, he had been caught stealing. Without hesitation, the villagers cast over 200 votes for his execution. Just when the carpenter thought he was doomed, his wife suddenly stood up and dropped a bombshell. She revealed that the island leader's son had abused his power. He had dragged her into a dark room and assaulted her. If she refused, he threatened to cut off her family's food rations for the following month. When the blonde boy heard this, he actually laughed out loud. The villagers were skeptical at first, but then several other women stood up one after another, accusing him of the same crimes. Now the blonde boy began to panic. He rushed to his mother's side, begging for help. Facing the eyes of the entire village, the island leader didn't know how to defend him. With no other choice, she initiated a vote against her own son. The number of votes demanding his execution exceeded 400. This time, it was clear he couldn't escape his fate, but as his mother, she couldn't bear to watch him die, so she decided to exile him to the outside world instead. With the virus raging beyond the island, exile was practically a death sentence anyway. Seeing the leader make this decision, the villagers said nothing more. The blonde boy was locked in a cell. Late that night, his mother quietly slipped into the prison. She took off the gold necklace from around her neck and placed it in his hands. She said it was the last thing she could give him. She hoped he could use it to survive in the city. Early the next morning, an armed squad escorted him off the island. Before leaving, he smashed his head into the carpenter's nose, breaking it. It was obvious he felt no remorse. When the speedboat entered the apocalyptic ruins of the city, he finally felt real fear. He begged the squad to take him back, promising that his mother would provide them with the best supplies in return. Instead, he was beaten severely. The squad members had long despised him. In the end, they abandoned him at a deserted dock. He was left alone to fend for himself in the ruins of the dead city.